morning, viewers. This is the VOW Voice of Volisongo Special English Development Report. My name is Rheyna Salsabilla and I will accompany you to 5 minutes forward. Our news today is about the sexual harassment against children. Sexual harassment means any act of degrading, insulting, harassing, attacking a person's body or reproductive function due to imbalance in power and gender relations, which can result in psychological or physical suffering, including those that interfere with a person's reproductive health and lose the opportunity to carry out education safely and optimal. Reporting from Compass.com, the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and Children Protection reported that 797 children were victims of sexual harassment 12 January 2022. This amount is equivalent to 9.13% of the total child victims of sexual harassment in 2021, which reached 8,730. The data comes from reports obtained from the online information systems for the protection of women and children. The Deputy of Special Protection for Children at UKM-F Nahar said that the trend in the number of cases of sexual harassment against children was increasing because people now have the courage to report. Based on UKM-F data, the number of child victims of sexual harassment from 2019 to 2021 has increased. In 2019, the number of child victims of sexual harassment reached 6,454, then increased to 6,980 in 2020. Furthermore, from 2020 to 2021, there was an increase of 25.70% to 8,730. Nahar also gave an example of the case of rape against children that occurred in Depok, West Java, by the perpetrator who was the biological father of the victim. Nahar explained that in Depok case, it was the mother of the child who was the perpetrator's wife who reported the case. Nahar said, from his statement, he looked for the telephone number that could be contacted, including 129 Common PPI Sapa call center. The contact KPAI, whatever was on the website, then the reports were processed. Even though the perpetrator had fled, but the perpetrator was found and detained. He also explained that there are many vectors that cause cases of sexual harassment against children to continue. These vectors are divided into internal and external vectors. For internal vectors, for example, children tend to have dependence on their parents. In addition, children also do not have intellectual and emotional maturity. Meanwhile, external vectors such as economic vectors and educational vectors. He also gave an example of the case of sexual harassment experienced by a 13-year-old children, with the perpetrator being a police officer with the initial of M. Currently, the perpetrator has been arrested by the South Sulawesi Police Propam at his home Barombang District, Kawa on Monday, 28 January 2022. Nahar said, for example, in the case in Goa, Sulawesi, he did not go to school. Then he needed pocket money to. He accepted to become household assistant. And that was the news for this morning. For the next update on VOW, Voice of Walisama, I'm Rheyna Salsabilla. Good morning and see you.